Okay, so look, got something a little different here. It's 9 o'clock at night and I'm supposed to be taking the bins out, but I've come out for a little, well, I went for a walk and got the car out of the garage actually, and I've come to this lock-on so I can try this out. This is a Triphibian. It's flies apparently, it's a boat, and it's a car. So I don't think I can test the car bit here because it's just long grass and everything. It's quite an awesome looking piece of kit actually. Really looking forward to it in Tigger's colours as well. Some weird stuff in it like high spear. I would imagine that means high speed or height. I don't know, something or other. And powerful is not spelled correctly, there should be another L on it, but that's the Chinglish for you. So normal sort of WLtoys transmitter. I'm going to launch from over here, I hope, and see how we get on. We'll just quickly run through everything. We've got, there's a sort of sealed area at the back here, yeah, I will take it off then. You charge it through the balance charger port. You can't get at the battery or anything. Everything is sealed in because obviously it goes into the water. It shouldn't go under the water, I don't think. And there's the on-off switch there that you can activate from there. And the reason I was tutting when I did this was this is a fiddle to get back in. But you do have to do it every time you want to charge it. Obviously I've just charged it out the first time, and really quite keen to get this thing out, have a look at it. So the last thing I tried that was sort of a multi one was good fun, so I'm kind of hoping this will be along the same line sort of thing. So you might have to talk amongst yourselves while I get this seated back in properly. And you just have to keep shoving it and pushing it and tweaking it around. Eventually it just sort of pops. Oh, turns it on and off as well as you're doing it. There we go. So that's sort of sat in now. But you have to make sure that is sealed. If not, you've got a problem. Okay. Oh, I've turned it back on again. There we go, you've got flashing LEDs as well. So I'm going to quickly run through the transmitter, but I really want to get up and fly because I'm supposed to be, like I say, back in the house by now. Let's pop the quad on as well. Got flashing LEDs all round, and we're ready to bind. It's gone down to slow pulse, and we've got green at the front, red at the back. Yay, they're listening, that's good. So up and down, and then when we're bound it goes solid, so that's good. And as you can see, it's got tiny little sort of bogey wheels there really. I'm not sure that's actually going to run on ground, but we will see. It's normal sort of setup with a transmitter. Starts in 40%, 60%, 80%, and then 100% is there, I think that's it. And then this one turns the lights on and off, and this one puts it into headless mode as well. I'm not going to bother with any of that. The cool thing about this, I just had a quick play with this at home just to run through the transmitter, is when I press this one you sort of get this this effect that it puts forward, and this is how it drives when it's on the ground or on the water. And I just want to do a Thunderbirds theme song. It just looks so cool. This could look smart in the air, I think. And then this one actually changes it from your throttle. Your throttle works the same, but instead of the yaw happening, when you press this button, the yaw then goes onto this side. So sort of changes it to a sort of mode. I think that's mode 3 or 4, but I don't think it's any of those modes actually. But when we get it in the water, I'm hoping I can find that, show you that, and actually probably try it in the air as well. So I just want to get up. Anyone knows anything about Scottish locks and calm water in the middle of July, I'm going to get midged. So the sacrifices I make for this channel are amazing. So let's give it a go, just see how we get on. So I don't even know whether it flies yet. So, well, it flies. Is it a boat? Is it a car? Well, it's sort of an everything, I guess. Actually, quite nice. Oh, that holds steady, doesn't it, huh? So that's yaw in low rates. I'm in a very tight area for flying. That's nothing new with me with flying. I never like to make it easy for myself, do I? So I'm going to pop it up. I'm going to try and get it up into high rates, actually, because I just want to make sure I've got enough grunt with it. Hey, that actually, you know, for a great old, big old boat that's up there, it's not bad. Lovely. Oh, I'm quite nervous about this, but never mind. It's not oh, there's a breeze onto me which is sort of blowing it backwards. If I just sort of let go, you can see it's now starting to catch the breeze. It's very slight, but I'm hoping if I get into a problem it will blow it back in. So so I'm going to try it in the water now. Oh, here we go. Oh, okay. We're nervous, we can tell. I don't want to just kill the throttle, I'm not too sure what will happen. Well, there we go. Oh, what I should have done was not done it there, I suppose. Let's try it. Anything could happen in the next half hour. Go on, get past that. Hey, look at this! It works! So I can steer it around like we normally do with a transmitter. That's actually getting a bit of a move on it. Cool. There is no backwards, by the way. So it's just, whoa, it actually tries to take off. That's quite cool. I think I'm understanding why they have this button. Now, if I push that forward, I can now steer it. Oh yes, that makes life a lot easier. So I'm now steering it. So basically yaw is with this one here, but that's all the difference is. Oh, I'm so used to yawing that I'm wondering why it's not happening on the right one as normal. I'm going to give this a go. Oh yes, we like it! Oi! Oh, so easily pleased. So what I did there was just sort of made it take off as it was in the water. Of course, I'm still on this stupid button here. That's better. I wonder why it wasn't quite working. So it's not a stupid button, sorry, it's a when you're on the ground or in the water button. Way, look at this go! This is just so cool. Like I say, I'm pretty easily pleased. Whee! Oh, got myself out of trouble there. I forgot you just cannot go backwards. Oh, that's better. I'll tell you what, if you don't click that button when you take off, you get really confused with what it's going to do. Let's try that again, shall we? Press that one. Hey, now we'll look at us. We're cooking on gas, I tell you. So let's just try this one. Hey, I like it. I'm going to do a better takeoff than that. It wasn't impressive, was it? I'm probably going to run the battery out just playing here as a big kid, to be perfectly honest, but I'm not really that bothered because I actually really enjoy it. So what I want to do is do a... it still didn't do it. That still wasn't a good takeoff, was it? Let's be honest. We've seen better. Let's see what I can do. Whoa, hey, so you can actually sort of land it down like that? That's brilliant. This thing is cool. Don't use that one, you have to use that one. Hey, now I'm getting the hang of it. Really, you think? Hey, that was better. Whee! Come back. One of the few quads you get wet when you're underneath it. So that is just a smart piece of kit, and it actually works. For how long it works, I don't know, but the way it's going, it is pretty good. So if I actually bring it into land, flick those on, it'll then literally just straight off there. Oh yeah, better takeoff, better takeoff. Whoa! You got to remember to sort of press both these buttons here to make that activate. And before I get the question, no, it does not flip. Oh, I don't know about manually flip. That might well be an option. So if you just forward it, that's it, then flick that one, sorry, this one, and I can turn it, but I'm still trying to yaw it, you know what I mean? Whee! Not too sure where the trees are here. I've only flown here twice. Not like my garden. I can identify every tree in the garden. That is some cool piece of kit. Go on then, down you go. Hey, we like. Whoa. That is so cool. Whoa! Oh, that is cool. I tell you what, I've got to get a big one of these. The kids are going to love going out on it on a Sunday. So, the way to do this with style and panache. So this would be an Italian way of flying. So we're coming in, we flick that on, it automatically comes into land, we flick that on, and off we go. We're down the Riviera. And those are coming in here. Way, and we're off and away. Hey! I am so easily pleased, I know. I'm thinking the way that thing goes, I'm going to actually give it a go here. Oh, I think the grass is too long, isn't it? Yeah, that's a shame. I've got to say, I can't do a sort of runway into it. Oh, that's right, make it really difficult for the tiny little quad. I think these things are about 50 quid or something or other. There we go. Well, it sort of worked. Hey, that worked. Wait, we're getting flashing LEDs. We don't want to be doing that. Oh, come on. Whee! I thank you. And it gracefully takes a bow. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I thank you too. This thing is fun. Oh dear, there we go. I should have hand caught that, shouldn't I? But never mind. Gee whiz, that is awesome. I hope that's not damaged anything. I don't know how the heck the motors stay dry, because it's... Hey. Perhaps we don't ask too many of those questions, eh? Perhaps they're sprayed or something or other, I don't know. Certainly the battery bay area and everything in here is all sealed in, we hope. We certainly can't get in at the battery or anything. I shall give it a proper test on some... Probably this is going to take tarmac, but I don't know, the way it sort of skitted along that water, I think we could well be in for going on grass, so long as it's not too long. I just really hope those motors haven't... It hasn't ruined those motors, but that is actually really good fun. You can probably tell in my voice. Great. So back to the garden for the normal tests after I've charged the battery. Going to see whether or not it copes actually on the grass, and I'm not convinced it will at all, because the wheels are so tiny. If not, I'll find some tarmac that I can run it on, or put it on the table or something or other. So we'll just see how it goes along the ground. I was impressed in the water, and the way it flew wasn't bad for its design, and everything was pretty impressive. If you ever get any problems with it, like you've had an accident or it's not quite working correctly, it's flying a bit weird, it keeps drifting around, you can use the trims here to set it up, and there's loads of videos out there on how to set trims. Or the first thing I would do is actually calibrate the gyro on it, and the way we do that is turn the... It doesn't matter if you turn the quad or the transmitter on first of all. You've got the flashing LEDs, as you can see there, and then to bind you go up and down, and then the LEDs stop flashing, and then to calibrate the gyros you literally simply pull that down and across, and they flash for a couple of 3 seconds. Whoops! Don't let your throttle pop up like that, and then put it back to center, or to the bottom basically on the throttle, and then that would mean it's calibrated. Now if it still drifts around all over the place, obviously you're going to need to add some trim, but invariably 99% of the time that always sorts it out, and it's a lot easier than setting and mucking around with trims and everything. So let's see how we get on, shall we? So we're obviously powered up, ready to go, as you saw. It does fly amazingly smoothly, but it does look weird in the sky, I must admit. It's sort of got a boaty presence, I suppose. That is really nice. Invert it as we're coming down, and then actually I'll swap it over so that we've now got the rotate ones there. It does. Now I'm amazed at that. I really didn't think it would do that. I thought it was quite a nasty sort of test for it. Oh, it sort of flies away. Ah, I see. It's got so much drive it can sort of... Yeah, it's sort of flying, and it's flying and driving. That grass is quite long, and this is, you know, early in the morning. So it's actually, you see it sort of in water as well as we do it. Well, that's really cool. I'm going to do my conversion thing again. Yay, look at that. Nice. So that's in low rate. God, I'm impressed with this thing. I really didn't think it would work very well, to be perfectly honest. Well, you never know with these things, do you? I've had some novelty ones before that have not worked, and I've had some really good ones. So. Okay, so I'm going to up the rates. Let's take it up into 60%. That's 60%. That's full yaw and 60%. And that's full pitch as well. It gets a little bit of a move on. For a flying boat, it's not bad, to be fair. Okay, and then I'm going to put it up into 80. Yeah, well, you saw it tilt in there. Hey, that's a bit better. I love the way it's dropping all the water off it as well. I suppose it's got its own drying fans on board. Hey, that's pretty good. So that's 80%. That's 100%. Yeah, just slight bit of difference. I mean, it's only 20% difference, isn't it? So it's not really going to do too much. Whoa! And the nice thing is, it can actually climb on the throttle when you're on full pitch. It's got enough guts in it to do it. A lot of quad stone. So that's full pitch and that's throttle up. Whoa, that's pretty good. Doesn't turn the tightest, I must admit. So let me just, so that's the tightest sort of turn it could do. Sort of funnel in is not really a trick of it, to be honest. Yeah, that's funneling, so it's sort of doing lovely circuits. That is good though. Figure of eights are fine off it. Okay, right. We do like a little bit of a challenge, don't we? So I'm going to pop them forward, and I'm literally going to try and go along. I shouldn't be telling you this. I'm going to go along and then try and lift off, because if I get it wrong, it'll just hit the deck, I suppose. Let's see how we go, shall we? Nice! Hey, the roof! Ooh! Oh! Oh, perhaps that's not going to work. Oh, I don't know. Oh, it's clearing our roof off. That's rather good of it. Ah, no, it's not really a very fair environment for it. Way! Like it. It'll come down the roof, but I don't think it will climb up the roof because of the slates, obviously, the tiles, slates. Whoa, dear. Ah, kiss it better. There we go. All good. Yep. Works every time. Oh, we got a slight rattle on there. One of the props has just caught something or other. I can hear it. Ooh, whoa, 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 whoa. Oh yeah, I can see the bend in it as well. Oh, it's only just slightly. Let's just pop that on there. Yeah, if we were on a smoother roof, we'd have been fine. So just make sure the props are... Yeah, see? Maintenance as well, all thrown in. All part of the service. See whether that is quieter. Yeah, that's fine. Oh, let's do this thing again. I quite enjoyed this. I'll get a lower angle this time. Thunderbirds, I'll go. Nice. We've got flashing LEDs. Oh yeah, we have. So flashing LEDs means the battery's getting low. That happens on most quads. Pretty impressed with that. I really didn't think it would be a lot of good, but it's actually a lot of good fun. Going to pop it up into 100%, which is that one there, and you do get the flashing LEDs at the icon, sorry, as it changes up and down depending on what rate you use. I'm just going to stick this in 100, and this one here is lights on and off. So we can just pop them off, there we go, and then back on again with simple press. And if you hold this down, you get the return to home. And this one here, it goes into headless if you hold it down for a couple of seconds. So anyway, we're 100% and away we go. And it recovers really nicely as well. So it's got just on about half throttle, which where it should be. And it's slightly ascended on half throttle. There we go, it's sort of on hover there. And like you can see, if you drop it down, it does recover well. Just be warned, there's no altitude hold on this, so if I kill the throttles, you can hear it. The throttle will actually, the motors will actually stop going, basically. So when you bring it into land or anything, as soon as you drop that off, it's literally going to kill it. So definitely no altitude hold on it. Oh, might do a hand launch. And range, I haven't, to be honest, how far would you go with a flying boat? So it's just over 40 metres there, because we're out in the field, so no problem at all. Actually, with the profile of it, though I can't see the LEDs, I can actually see what direction it's going just by the shape of it, let alone by giving it a direction. So it's pretty good. Let me do the headless one, so let's press that one. There we go, and we get a beep, and now we got flashing LEDs. So now we're in headless mode. Yeah, that's better. So it's definitely headless mode. So if I go whatever direction the boat is facing, or whatever you want to call it, quad is facing, so it's actually facing to the left here, as you can clearly see. but because I'm pushing it forward, and this is where I started, forward is over there no matter what direction it's facing in. So if I do that, it'll pirouette in the direction we're choosing. You can't do that if you're not in headless mode. It's not something I use a lot, but I know some guys use it for filming, etc. Or if you're learning, sometimes it's quite useful. So you get that constant beep to warn you it's in headless mode. Oh, I pressed the wrong one. That was the return to home one. That's better. There we go. So we'll try the return to home. I'm never overly thrilled with return to homes, and you can usually cancel it with a direction stick, so we'll just give that a quick go. Actually, I'll drop the rates down to 40%, and then it shouldn't come too fast wherever it decides to go. And to return to home is this one here. There we go. Yeah, and it was going, as you could clearly see, over in that direction. So I'm not too sure what was home for it there. So we'll just come over there. We'll try it again. It's sort of going wherever it likes, really. I'm never impressed with return to home on a non-GPS one. They very rarely work effectively. But it's for if you're a long way away and you can't see it. You could run out of signal for a start. But now if I hit it, it might work a little bit better. There we go. So no, it's still sort of going over there. So, but I always think you would just be using it just to get you back in the game, really, just to get it back so you could see it, perhaps. But return to home will just come straight through trees, houses, people, anything, just to come back to where it thinks return to home is, which is obviously over there somewhere or other. So, well, actually, this would be fine. So. Well, it's clearing the leaves, there's nothing else. Oh, I love that. Love the way it takes off. It's really smart. So, concentrate on doing reviews. Why? It's just fun to fly. So if I go up the end of the garden there, that's 80 metres, so we'll just see how we get on. Gee whiz, it's no problem at all. WLtoys are usually pretty good with this sort of stuff. Whoa, that's way up there. Now, can I turn it round? Yeah, I can. I can actually see it for doing it. It's brilliant. The shape of it is superb for to get orientation. Nice. It just looks so weird in the air, but it is damn good fun. It's a smart little thing. God, wow. That is good. Oh, I've got flashing LEDs, so nice piece of kit. Really good fun. Well done, WLtoys. Another good little quad. Boat. Car. Fun toy. Oh, one last test we ought to see is what happens if I kill the transmitter. So let's pop that up. So it's got a drawer on it and everything. I'm just going to kill the transmitter and see what happens. 2 seconds and it kills it, so that's good. So if you went out of range, it's just going to drop, so make sure you keep an eye on it. Alternatively, if you suddenly get a power failure or anything, it will just drop again within 2 seconds. So that's pretty good. You shouldn't get a flyaway with that. Loving that theory.
So what do I think of it? Well, if I haven't conveyed that I absolutely love it in the review, I'm doing something very wrong. I really do enjoy this. This has been great fun. Let's talk about the actual quad, car, boat, whatever you want to call it, thing, the Triphibian, as they call it. It's really awesome. I was quite surprised because with a lot of the novelty stuff, if you start to run out of throttle and it starts to come towards the ground because you've just turned the throttle off too much, and then you give it a load of boost, invariably they're going to bounce off the ground a bit. But this one really flew well. I think the tri-props helped. They worked really well. As you saw, I clipped the house one time and bent this one. It sort of got a sort of bruise on it, I would say. It's bent back into position. It's been absolutely fine. I put it through a whole load of other tests. Absolutely no problem at all. You do get a complete set of extra set of props with it as well, so you could change that over. You also get a little Phillips screwdriver, and the whole thing is put together with Phillips screws underneath and everything, so you could strip it all down if you needed to. I haven't actually touched anything inside because it's not actually done anything wrong, so I don't really see any sense in that. It's 50 quid, so it's about $70 I think at the moment, and GearBest are still running a code that I'll put in description for you that actually gets you 18% off that, and then that brings it down to about £40. So what's that, about $55, something like that. I think it's incredible for what it is. It flies really nicely. It goes along the road way better than I thought it would do, because these silly little wheels sort of here, but because it's sort of got a bit of drive when these back motors tilt forward, it just sort of skims along the ground, but still controllable and really good fun in the water, as you saw. It's just great. It just reminds me of Thunderbirds. So I've had a whale of a time, big kid time as per normal. The other thing you get is the charger with it, and that puts out at 800 milliamp hour. I found it took about an hour and a half to 2 hours to charge, and I didn't get in to actually see what size the battery was, so I put the battery milliamp hours down the bottom there, but whatever it is, it works. So I'm not really a techie guy, so I'm more into how does it perform, how much fun am I having, will I be going out and flying it and taking it on water again? Yes, I will. So the charging is a little bit different to most because it's got this sort of sealed unit at the back here, and there's your on and off switch there, and it's actually, this cable's quite unique, so try not to lose this. This is a female to female cable using the 2-cell balance port, so you just simply plug it into your mains. Both the lights come on that it's charging and the power's on. When it's fully charged, the red LED goes off, so it's quite a good system. Works very well, and getting that seal back in, once you've got it all back in, I had no trouble at all, and I got it completely soaked, so it works really well. How the motors are sealed, I have no idea at all. Again, I would imagine they're just sprayed with a sort of sealant on them, but so long as it doesn't keep getting that wet, you'll be fine. And obviously definitely avoid seawater, because that's really not going to do it any good at all, any sort of salt water. The transmitters, the old favourite from WLtoys. This came on about my second or third quad I got this, and I've got absolutely loads of them. They work really well. They're a basic toy grade model. They're just brilliant. If you're learning or if you're an experienced pilot, they're dead easy to use. They are toy grade. It is 50 quid all in, so it's pretty good, I think, for value for money. It's brilliant. So, yep, I absolutely love it. Great fun. And I'll finish the review, so I'm off to fly again.